Today is Thursday, November 9th, 4 p.m., 2023. Here for a Board of Assessors meeting. I'll entertain a motion to open.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. We are in open session. We're here today to basically just discuss the classification give our recommendation so that the Board of Selectmen can have their classification hearing. I'll let you start with some of the figures, Kelly.
Okay, thank you. Of course, the November 14th is the classification hearing for the town, where the Board of Selectmen will make their vote on the allocation of tax burden by class. Last year, the town shifted, the Board of Selectmen ratified a 35% tax shift, meaning that the commercial, industrial, personal property class got burdened 35% more than the other class. That's basically what it means. So because we're a highly residential town, this usually takes some of the burden off of the residential taxpayer, but because of our percentages being so widely spread, it's been a decision that has been looked at annually. With that being said, the values by class residential from 2023 to 2024 had a difference of $136,462,394, which basically was a percent increase for that class, complete residential class of 8%. We have no open space. Commercial had a difference of increase of value of $2,985,649, which was an overall 7% change in that class from one year to the next. Industrial, an increase of $3,576,000, which was a 10% increase, and personal property, a difference of $6,877,423, which was 5%. So, with that being said, last year, just to give a little bit of an overview, in 2023, residential properties saw about a 13 to a 14% change. So you've seen a little bit of a trickle down only because of the peak of where the houses were selling at the higher prices. It's kind of on the down slope. But where industrial class has gone up a little bit, we've had a little bit of industrial growth in town, as well as for analysis, they look more at the cap rates and occupational rates, where they could value the property rather than a sale because it's hard.
Well, I know last year we recommended 120 to 125% shift, and kind of at the classification hearing, I warned a little bit about jumping to 135%, because the problem with a big shift is it's really hard to come down once you've taken that avenue. As you know, you pay in New Bedford and it's 150. I used to have some, and that's like maxed out.
Yeah.
So I've always been against a big shift, especially in a small town where all you have is little businesses trying to, basically, as far as I'm concerned, supply our people with services.
Yeah.
And when you tax them at a higher rate, it just comes right back around to us spending more anyways.
Yeah. The consumer's gonna pay.
I've never really understood it or backed it. But again, I warn that once you go to 135, to back down is also not a great thing, because then the residents, which is 90% of our population, it jumps up higher and faster. So I mean, I'll listen to anybody else speak and what you think, but
Historically,
the 125% I believe is good and fair. I'm looking at the numbers last year. They paid $12 per thousand, and if we go back to the 125%, it'll actually be a little lower at 11. This is residential. Even dropping the percentage, the residential tax rate will still drop from $12 to $11.63. And as you've said, values haven't really increased. We did have that big influx, but they're short. So there shouldn't be a great effect if they
on the residential.
if they go back to 125. and we were at 1698, it would be a pretty good drop, almost $2.
Yeah, 1502.
Yeah,
No, I'll
to the
second
thing.
that.
So I mean, I support 125. I'm not totally against sticking right where we're at, the 135, and trying to go there. But again, our voice hasn't really always been followed,
Yeah.
so I'd like to err on the side of caution, recommend the 125, assuming they'll probably stick with 135, which is fine as well.
What have we historically have gone every year, percentage-wise?
Prior to last year, it's been 25% for the, before 2023, I think at least 10 fiscal years before.
10%.
At least, if not more.
So I'll second that 125.
We have a motion on the floor, actually.
I'll make
if
the
you
motion.
make the
I'll
motion.
make
I
the
mean,
motion.
it is my advice, but as the chair, I'll accept your motion and second it, and we're all in favor?
Yep, all in favor, 125.
125. I don't think there's anything more to discuss on that, and
Next
we
meeting.
have a next meeting scheduled for December 13th at 4 p.m.
That's correct.
So is there anything else?
Make a motion to, we don't have to come back.
No, we're in open session.
Okay. So make a motion to adjourn?
We have a motion to adjourn, I'll second, all in favor?
Aye.
So moved.